Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video, my friends, we are going to be checking out the performance of Radeon RX 6600 GPU on Crew Motorfest. Now this game launched a few days back and we're going to be checking out how the game performs on this GPU and on this test system, which is a Ryzen 5 3600 and 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory paired with the RX 6600, which is on the default clocks, and everything is on the default with 3200 megahertz memory. Alright, and I'm using the latest graphics driver, which is a 23.9.1 by AMD, and let's check out the system settings. We're right now using ultra graphical options with depth of field, which is turned off, and motion blur, which I don't like. I've turned them off, and everything else is on the maximum. So let's get right into the game and see how the game performs. Alright, so just having a look at the game and playing to the tutorial part, it doesn't look that bad. And right now in the Japan city, this was this was kind of a Japan map, and it's performing fairly well at 60 FPS, close to 60 FPS. The GPU is not being utilized to the maximum right now. It's at like 90% and 93 watts. We're going to check out the other maps, how the game performs on them in a short while. Of course, let's check out what's happening right there on this map. Alright. Okay, it seems like everything is breakable right now. So what is this lady? This lady keeps on saying something I don't understand. Alright, still the GPU is not maxed out, so we have some headroom right now on ultra settings also. Yeah, maybe there, yeah, I think there is a 60 FPS lock on this. Ooh. Yep. Yeah, I've not seen the game go up above 60 FPS right now. Let's check in the graphical options if there is any lock right now. Options and in the video settings I don't see any. Yeah, there is a frame rate lock, but it's only for 60 or 30. Oh, that's bad. So that is why the GPU is not being utilized to the maximum. So we have some headroom in the GPU, and we're not maxing it out. Looks like we're going the wrong way. Let's go here and break this stuff. Alright guys, so it looks like the game is fairly stable at 60 FPS on ultra settings and 1080p resolution. It's still dropping a little bit because let's start counting the frames, and as you can see, we are getting 58 FPS, close to, I would say, 57 FPS average. Alright, sometimes I just forget to stop counting the frames, start counting the frames. So yeah, so right now 59 FPS. Yeah, so I think that shows you guys how the game performs on ultra settings in 1080p. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 1440p, and then we're going to check out the performance. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so we are now back, and we're now at 1440p resolution, as you can see right here. And we are playing on the same graphical settings, everything's on the max, and let's get right into the game. Alright. So on the max settings now, we're getting total GPU usage, which is at about 94-95%, and we're getting 97 watts of GPU usage, which is fairly good. Alright, so now let's start counting the frame rate, and as you can see, 42-43 FPS. This game doesn't have any FSR or DLSS, which means that we are not able to increase the frames like in other games while retaining the quality. Alright, 43 FPS average. So looks like we have to lower down the settings now, and let's just start doing that.
Alright, so in the video settings, quality, and then what we're going to do is go to high settings first, and I'm going to disable depth of field and motion blur. Alright, let's head right back. Okay, so now on high settings we're getting 45 FPS average, which is not that high compared to ultra settings, which was I think 43. But this doesn't make much of a difference to my surprise, and it doesn't look that much different either. But the game looks good. It looks great on 1440p right now. So it looks like we have to, if you guys want to play on 1440p, you have to lower down the settings further, which I'm going to do right now. Okay. Medium. Let's go to medium and then turn off motion blur and depth of field. And let's get right back into it. Yes, so the frame rate looks like it's gone up close to 54, and the game is stuttering a little bit. As you can see, the frame time graph is not smooth. It's going up and down. Yep. Now it's close to 60 FPS, like 52, 53, 51. And the game doesn't look that bad either on medium also. Some textures don't look good, like the trees and vegetation, but it still looks good. Yeah. So now let's go to low settings. Alright. So this is low preset, and depth of field and motion blur turned off. Alright, yes. So now this looks like it's getting close to 58 FPS average, 57, 56. Yeah, so this is a fairly consistent experience on 1440p. If you guys also can play on medium settings, and that will also give you a better good performance, like 53, 52 FPS average. But if you guys want maximum close to 60 FPS, you should be using low settings on 1440p. Now I'm going to go to 4K, and on 4K I think we only need to check out low settings in order to see how the game performs. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so now we are at 4K resolution, as you can see right here, with everything is the same. TA plus FX AA, and the VSync is off, frame rate is at 60, and we are at low graphics preset with motion blur and depth of field is turned off. Let's see how the game performs. Alright, so let's start counting the frames again, and as you can see, it's right now close to a 30 FPS experience. If you guys can bear the 30 FPS experience, you can lock down the frame rate at 30 FPS by reverting statistics servers and not using the in-game lock, which will actually cause some stuttering. But if you just lower down the settings a little bit more, if we do that, we can get a very stable 30 FPS locked by the RTSS. Alright, let's try and move. Yeah, we're getting close to 32, which is manageable for 30 FPS experience, but personally I wouldn't play it on these settings and this resolution on RX 6600 GPU on 1440p and low settings. It looks and performs amazing, so I will choose those settings for myself. Alright, let's lower down the settings a little bit more because we have some headroom remaining. Yep, so we've turned off shadows and ambient occlusion and screen space reflections. Now this is absolute lowest. Okay, now this is starting to look bad. Let's start counting the frames again, and now it's close to a 40 FPS experience. Alright, so on 4K lowest possible settings, you're gonna get a 40 FPS experience on an RX 6600 GPU. Alright guys, so I think that does it for today's video. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.